So it's Claire and we're here on Learn Your Way Hour, and today we have Penzance again, and we have Steve, and we have Georgie.
Hello.
And we have Jared.
Hello.
And they are at our Penzance site, and Learn Your Way is a education provision for young people aged 16 to 24 who have an SEND learning, and we teach them all sorts. And Steve, what is your job? You're an ESA.
Yeah,
what is that when it's at home?
I am a support worker. It's the best job in the world, actually, because I'm best job in the world.
And what is a day's job to you? So what happens?
Well, for instance, like going to radio studios, playing music. We're off swimming this afternoon.
Are you?
But we also do some, serious work as well, don't we?
But you're not actually that hard, are you? Because you're not swimming in the sea like I do. You're going to a girly swimming pool, aren't you, eh?
Girly? Yeah, no, it's a gentle place, you're right.
Yeah,
it is, yeah.
And it's nice. And so you just support the students in whatever they need at the time, don't you?
Yeah, that's right, yes.
Great. Right, I'm going to boot you off now, Steve, and we're going to get Georgie in.
Hold on, see you, Claire.
So, who chose that song, Move It, Move It, Move It?
It was me.
And Georgie, looking at you, you're not somebody that I would have thought would have gone for that song. And you've never even seen the film, have you?
Never.
Never seen the film. And who chose, what was the other one we played? It was Blinding Light, The Weekend.
That would be me.
I reckon, don't worry about moving the mic. Put it between the two of you. That's
right.
it. Perfect.
Like
and just lean in. That's
Yeah.
it. Perfect. You've both got good loud voices anyway. Steve had a quieter voice. That's why we couldn't hear him. And so tell me, do you both enjoy Work Your Way?
Yes.
Learn Your Way?
Yes.
Yes, a lot. Yes.
You do?
Yeah, it's given us like a wide range of new opportunities that we never thought possible, really. I'm supposed to be volunteering at this placement down by, I think, it's in the sort of like Tahiti Woods area.
Oh, I know. Yeah. What will you be doing there, like conservation stuff?
Yes, lots of conservation work. I've already been volunteering with Southwest Lakes, which has been a lovely experience so far.
I did a bit of conservation with Jared. Never worked so hard in all my life, Jared. It was agony. I had to sigh. You were scything. You were like working like unbelievable. Unbelievable. And what about you, Georgie? What work experiences have you been doing?
I work in a charity shop. And
Nice.
It has been one of the most amazing experiences that I could ever experience, pretty much. I've learnt so much new things, and my confidence, it's grown. And
Yeah?
I can use my skill, like IT skills on the computer to like print out prices and find out where stuff is. And I think it's just a job.
You've just loved it.
Yes.
Just loved it. So let's talk about your work experiences in a minute. But do we need to say hello to people?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so this is the camera here you need to look into. So who are we saying hello to? I reckon if Georgie does the students first, so who are we saying hello to? Who's back at the ranch?
Chloe, Cade, and I think that's it.
That's it. And then there's Martin and Chris on Work Your Way, isn't it?
Martin and
Yeah.
Chris.
And Cavell.
And Cavell.
And then Jared, what staff have we got back?
We've got Kate, we've got Peter, and we've got Steve.
Yeah.
And we've also got Candice, who's unfortunately off today.
Oh, poorly. Poor old Candice. We hope she gets better.
Yeah.
So you go 3 days a week?
Yeah, 3 days a
Wednesday,
week.
Thursday, Friday?
Yeah.
And does the time go really quickly?
It can
It
do,
does,
depending on
definitely,
some
yes.
days, but some days it can be...
So sometimes it drags, that's the
Yeah.
same as everything. And you've got a fairly new classroom, haven't you, that was purpose-built for you?
And it's been lovely so far.
It's really nice,
Yeah.
really nice. So let's start with Jared. What is your work experience? So where is your work experience currently?
Well, as I said, I've been volunteering with Southwest Lakes, and I've been through all sorts. I've been down to by this big lake, and I've been Stivian, and I've been clearing out lots of plant life there, and
You've been cutting back stuff, haven't you? All sorts, flower meadows,
Yes.
all sorts.
Been removing lots of overgrown trees and stuff, which has been quite a long, but
Hard work.
yeah, hard work, but it was very worth it.
Are you interested in conservation? Would
Yeah.
you like to do it as a job, sort of thing?
Yeah, I'd
You would?
like to continue on with conservation work, because I think it's something that's
Really,
really,
really
important. I mean, you see with stuff like zoo animals, it's a really common field for people to go into, but I think conservation is more important, at least for here, because people tend to overlook what we've got stuff in, like the gardens.
Yeah, I agree.
All the birds and
I agree.
foxes and stuff.
This year, I've made the effort to plant. I don't have a very big garden, and I'm not a very good gardener, but I've made the effort to plant sort of bee-friendly things and little. I made a little bug hotel, just bits of old rubbish, really, and in a plant pot. And I thought, no, I'm going to do my bit. I'm going to do what I can.
Yeah, it's just those little bits that you find
Totally.
really count.
Totally. And Georgie, what about you? So you have been in what charity shop?
I volunteer in Cornwall Hospice Care in Penzance.
Oh yeah. And so what would you do? You know, what sort of things are they getting you doing? I know you said a bit earlier, but what sort of things do you have to do?
They give you all sorts to do. You can like price certain figures, toys, you can price clothing, you can work on the till, you can tidy the floors.
Sure. And are you a charity shop fiend?
Yes.
So do you take home more than you went with?
Yes, definitely. every week, yes.
And what is the best thing you found so far? Best thing you've got?
Probably a big dragon toy.
Right. Okay. Nice.
I remember you bringing that in massive.
Massive.
Yeah.
And have you ever found, like, when you're doing your conservation, any like treasure or coins or anything like that?
No, but I found like a small little toad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They sound a bit scary though, toads. They're a bit jumpy.
Yeah,
I don't like
they
them.
are. I picked it up and it like jumped off my hands.
Ooh. Have you ever found anything, scary, like seen any snakes or anything like that?
No, but
it wouldn't bother you anyway, would it?
I've got a snake of my own, but we've uncovered like a little burrow which we thought might have been used by a snake or something at some point. But yeah, no, nothing really scary. So we're going to play another couple of songs, boys. We're going to play Taylor Swift, which I cannot believe Jared chose. Jared, Taylor Swift fan. Who knew it? Who knew it? And a Queen song. Who's the Queen song for? Can you remember who chose that one? I think that was me.
Again?
Yeah.
You.
I think the thing is when we made the big list, I was the only one present.
So you chose all the songs? Yeah, nice.
Everyone else managed to get a bit in, but yeah.
Okay, let's play a couple of songs and then we're going to come back and talk about the other interests in your life. All right, boys?
Yeah.
So I'm here with Learn Your Way. I'm from Penzance. I've got Jared and I've got Georgie and I've got Steve, and we've talked about your work experience. So now I think we need to talk about the huge amount of pets that you two have between you. Yeah. So let's start with you, Jared. What pets you got? Here we go. This man has got some serious amounts of pets.
Got quite the menagerie. So I've got 9 chickens, 3 of which are roosters, and all of them are raised together, but are all from different clutches.
Yeah.
I've got, my mum owns a horse.
Yeah.
I have a Chihuahua. And my sister has 2 other Chihuahuas who were puppies of their first Chihuahua.
Yeah.
My mum's also got a Chihuahua, and my dad's got a Labrador.
So that's 5 dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have 9 cats.
Wow.
We have a chicken living in the garden.
Wow.
And we have, I think, 6 guinea pigs.
And all of that is at your regular house?
Yeah. And we've also got a corn snake and a leopard gecko. And
that's all in. You haven't got like a rolling estate, have you? You've just got a regular house, haven't you?
Well, the 9 chickens are all kept down on a farm.
But yeah.
Alongside the horse.
Yeah. But everything else is at home.
At the moment, we're looking for a new place, but.
So if anyone's got what do you need? A field with a bit of stable.
Yeah, ideally.
Yeah. All right. If anyone's got anything they can offer Jared. Georgie, come on then. What have you got?
I have 3 dogs.
Yeah, and what are they?
One's a Chihuahua.
Blimey, what is it with you two and Chihuahuas?
One's a Jack Russell, and another one is a Yorkshire Terrier.
Okay, and what are they called?
Wilson, Spuddy, and Tatty.
Spuddy?
Yeah.
I got a dog called Spud. Is the Jack Russell called Spud?
Yeah.
Yeah, so's mine. Oh my God, I'm going to show you a photo in a minute. What are your dogs called?
We only named. My dog was named by a different one since we took her in. Her name was called Boo.
Yeah.
Her name's still Boo. We also have Ziggy, who's
nice,
named after Ziggy Stardust.
Brilliant.
We have Pippa, and we have Rolly, and then we have Bonnie. And then, as for the horse, she's named Dilly or Delilah.
Oh, nice.
A snake we have is called Flame. And I think that's it for all the
Yeah. And Steve, have you got any pets?
I haven't at the moment. I'm sorry. We used to have a cat, and she was a deer cat, and she was called Thistle.
Thistle?
And she gave birth to 3 kittens.
Nice.
In a storm.
Oh.
And so we named them Sunshine, Thunder, and Lightning.
That's fantastic. Oh. I can't believe you and I have both got a Jack Russell called Spud. That's so. I call him Mr. Spudley. That's his name. So, do you like looking after pets? Do you like having pets?
Yes.
But surely with dogs you have to walk them all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you have to do it, or does somebody else in the family do it?
My mum normally does it.
Does she?
Well, our Chihuahuas often come down to the farm with us, and Bonnie, who's our Labrador, she comes down to the farm with us, and she gets all her exercise out there.
Yeah.
The horse, who lives with a group of other horses, is
just runs around with horses all day. Yeah.
And our chickens are just crazy.
Do you get eggs off them?
Not yet, because they're still quite young, and they're still growing.
Yeah.
But they are very active. They all like to cuddle up at night together, which is quite cute.
I thought you meant with you.
That'd be quite interesting staying on the farm.
Yeah. And what, having a chicken on your duvet? What about you, Georgie? Have you got any other animals but the dogs?
No, I did used to have 3 cats, but they've
all
sadly
passed on.
Passed.
Yeah. I think I've got a dog. I did have 2 dogs, but the other one, Bo, sadly passed away because she was 16 years old. Yeah. The thing about having a pet, I love it, but it does tie you down. So like now I'm thinking, I better get back soon and let Spud out, so that, although he can get through the cat flap, so that's quite handy. Does yours get through a cat flap? Now, tell me about Chihuahuas. Somebody told me that they're quite aggressive. Are they? Bit yappy.
They are very strong personalities. Very strong.
Which of your 3 dogs is in charge, would you say, Georgie? Who's the boss? Or they all got their own place in it?
I think definitely the Chihuahua will be in charge.
Yeah.
I've heard Chihuahuas are quite feisty.
Yeah, mine is Boo.
They're tiny, aren't they?
Yeah, she's like the smallest of the bunch, and she rules over them.
Rules over everyone.
Yeah.
I think you must spend a lot of your time, you two, doing pet duties. That's the problem, isn't it? There's a lot of animals to look after.
Yeah, I go down at like 7 o'clock usually to go put my chickens to bed.
Really?
Yeah, quite late.
So every night you have to go and put them to bed?
Well, luckily for me, there's another person down at the farm that does them for me on the weekdays, but on
weekends you do it? Yeah,
the weekends, Mondays, Tuesdays, it's all me.
And do you have
usually all me.
And what about you, Georgie? What is your role with the dogs? You have to walk them sometimes. If you have got a role, do you have to feed them? What do you have to do?
I'm more of walking them with my brother sometimes.
Nice.
And the Chihuahua, if we take the Chihuahua out and sees another person, he will bark.
Oh yeah, of course he will. Yeah.
Do they have a lot of energy, your little dogs? Because Jack Russells are really feisty, aren't they?
They do.
Here's a question. My Jack Russell goes absolutely nuts if he sees a squirrel. Does yours?
No.
Absolutely nuts. And when he's getting on my nerves and I've got things to do at home, if I put a YouTube video of squirrels on the telly, I can keep him quiet for about half an hour. He'll watch. You should try it.
That's what it does with my Chihuahua. He likes trumpet sounds and he'll bark at it. It's like war sounds. He'll bark at it and stuff. Yeah.
Hey, boys, you were going to tell me your opinion on what you think is going on in the world. Jared, mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is at the moment.
Do you think it's upsetting?
It definitely is, and I think the situation in Ukraine it's deteriorated, but I think they're going to outlast what's headed their way, I think.
As a young person, Georgie, does it worry you what goes on in the world? Do you think it's getting mad?
It does worry me. Even if it's not happening to us, it's still upsetting for other people.
Yeah, I agree. Have you thought about any way you could help?
I'm aware that there's places where you can donate.
Yeah.
And there is also sort of like a volunteer army scheme, which obviously I'm not going to do.
No, nor me. No.
But that does exist.
Isn't it funny? Imagine us being in a situation, you two, being in a situation with Steve where you, as men, you had to learn to use weapons and fight. That's just, you can't imagine that happening, can you, in a civilised society?
it's a shame that it's happened to this, but
It definitely has.
I think something that I think people should remember is that this isn't like the fault of the Russian people, it's a fault of one
Vladimir
person.
Putin, a madman. Yes, you're
Yes.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
The
there.
Russian people are protesting against
Yeah, they don't
him.
like it, do they?
No.
They're not being allowed to. Right, you two, we're going to play 2 more songs. One of them is Georgie's choice. What was that, Georgie? Beggin', The
Beggin'.
4 Seasons.
Beggin' by Frankie Vale and the Four Seasons.
And when did you hear that? You just have.
Maybe a year ago.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. And the other one we're going to play for Cade, I believe, aren't we? She chose this one, didn't she?
They.
They.
Yes.
Excuse me, getting my pronouns all wrong. They chose this one. And this is for Cade. So let's play these, and then we're going to come back, and you're going to ask me some difficult questions, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right, now you've got some questions for me, boys, so hit me with them. Come on, let's go.
If you could have 4 people around your table for dinner from any time period, dead or alive, who would you have and why?
Okay, so I'm going to ask you it back first while I think. So, Georgie, what were your 4? You came up with 4.
I chose Robin Williams, Tim Curry, Jim Carrey, and Joe Pesci.
All funny. So it would be a light and funny evening. Yeah?
Better than mine.
Definitely. What is yours, Jared?
Well, I'm going to have Adolf Hitler.
Wow, that's gone in deep.
Napoleon.
Yeah.
And I think I'll have Putin. And then I'd also have Steve Irwin.
Now,
Steve Irwin would probably be the nicest of the bunch.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, Jared. That isn't going to be light conversation, is it?
No. But like for Putin and Hitler, I'd like to know like how they were able to amass the amount of control that they've got at the moment.
Yeah, and why they did the things they did.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be much fun though.
No.
Georgie's would be a whole good laugh,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
Georgie's
And there'd
would
be
be a
lots
lot
of
more-
jokes and bants, but
Yeah.
yours would be a bit
It would
deep.
just be a lot of arguments.
Yes. Mine would be, I think, Robin Williams. I think that's a good call, Georgie. I think he was a very nice fella.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd have to have somebody handsome. So I'd quite like this guy called Lucas Bravo, who's in a programme, that just so I could look at him across the dinner table. Really, I am that shallow. I think I'd quite like David Bowie.
Yeah.
I reckon he'd be a good person to have with you, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think I'd quite like Elvis Presley, because I'm a massive Elvis fan, and I'd love to know what he's actually like as a person. So that would be my 4. So
Very
more
interesting.
musical. Georgie's would be a joke and fun. Yours would be like deep and heavy and power mongery.
Yeah.
And mine would be like a bit musical and arty. So how's that? Hey, Steve, you're going to tell us yours? You've got to step in there if you're going to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Quick think. I was going to invite Zelensky and Putin and try and sort them out.
Topical.
So I'm getting.
What if all went horribly wrong now?
Well, hopefully not, because we're also going to have President Carter.
Oh yeah.
She's pretty good at mediating these kind of things. Who else were we going to have?
You need a musician, I think.
Do you think? Just to soften it all?
Just have
Prince.
No, maybe.
Just have a bit of music playing in the background.
You need Prince in to give us a bit of music.
Yeah.
So that's not
know.
bad. That's not bad. I think Georgie's got the best one there, don't
Georgie's
you, Georgie?
definitely got the best
Georgie's would be the most fun. Okay, now you've got some more questions?
Yeah. Would you rather swim in salt water or fresh water?
Neither.
No.
So, I'm scared of the water. I'm a really good swimmer and I love swimming, but I am scared of I'm scared of lakes, sea. I'm scared of what's in it.
Right.
And the reason I'm scared, boys, is because I am 59 years old, and at the age of 14 or 15, Jaws came out, which at the time was very, very. I know to you, that model is ridiculous, and the special effects are ridiculous. But at the time, Steve's nowhere near as old as me, but he'll tell you, at the time that was a big deal, wasn't it, Steve? Was. And I've since I'm terrified of what is in fresh water or the sea. So when I go sea swimming, I literally get in, get out again. If seaweed touches me or anything, that's me done. I'd think I'd have a heart attack on the spot. So my answer is neither, but probably the sea.
All right.
Because you can get out quick. That's it. And now I believe you've got a shocking joke for me.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do it, but let's lay this blame squarely where it belongs. Who is it, boys? Who do you blame for this?
For Kate.
What are you saying, Georgie? You blaming Kate?
Yeah,
definitely Kate. All right, hit me with it. Come on, get Georgie to ask it me. Go on.
What did the carrot say to the cucumber?
I don't know, Georgie. What did the carrot say to the cucumber?
Shall we go for a dip?
When you get back, just snarl at Kate.
Yeah.
Just sort of look at her and say, that is not a joke. That is shocking.
We did.
Yeah. What is green and brown, and if it falls out of a tree could kill you?
I don't know.
A snooker table. Just as bad. Boys, have you enjoyed it?
Yes.
It's been really good. Will you come on again?
Yes, definitely.
You will, promise. Do you know what we're going to end in? Megadeth. Who chose that one?
That would be me.
Of course, you again.
Yeah.
Georgie, Jared and Steve, thank you so much for coming. And come
Thank
again,
you for
yeah?
having us.
No, it's been great, honestly.